Hello and welcome everyone to Coach's Corner, preseason edition. Zach By hanging out with John Mueller, the head baseball coach here at the University of Albany. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Zach.
What's the preseason like been so far? Considering all the weather and craziness in the climate around here?
Well, we've had a fairly frigid winter. I think that's something we've become accustomed to living in the Northeast. We've been able to get a lot of work in, copying John Chaney's method at Temple, practicing at 6 a.m. in the morning. Has gotten the guys up and moving and got a lot accomplished. When you have facilities that a lot of different sports have to use, you got to make the most of it, and we've chosen to utilize that early morning time to get the guys going, and we think we've had a productive preseason so far.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder at all, considering where you guys were picked in the preseason poll? Have you talked to your guys about that at all, or is that something that you don't address?
Well, personally, I certainly have a chip on my shoulder. I don't think anybody likes to get picked last. Yeah. But I think that the guys recognize where we were last year. I think this is the first time we've been picked there. But I think preseason polls and things on paper are just that. You know, if you're picked first, you can finish last. If you're picked last, you can finish first. I think the message for our guys has been clear. You know, we're looking to prepare, focus, and execute when the time comes. So this is a bunch from last year with different challenges and different strengths. So I think the guys are excited. I think that's the big thing. We've got a real high level of excitement with this group.
Well, they're going to get tested early on. You guys have sort of a gauntlet to start, as you guys will go down to Myrtle Beach and play in that tournament, Florida International, Georgia Tech, some others.
Yeah, we're going to, looks like as of today, we're going to probably skip the NC State game because it's going to be cold down there this Friday. But we're looking forward to it. Georgia Tech, Coach Hall's been there for a long time. You know, phenomenal program. Florida International is another program. Turtle Thomas leads them, and they've got off to a great start. And then Coach Gilmore, you know, he's one of the best coaches in the game at Coastal. He's built that, you know, that place into a national powerhouse. Does a wonderful job. He's a close friend. But we're going to have our hands full. It may be a little bit easier with 27 innings to pitch as opposed to 4 nines right off the bat. But we're going to be able to have some guys go out there and be tested at a very high level. Position players are going to learn right away how to play at this speed, and hopefully this will be a first weekend towards preparing us for that rigorous America East schedule this year.
What about the new guys that you're bringing into the fold, especially the position players?
Well, we feel good about that. We have probably the fastest team we've ever had here. I think we have 6 or 7 guys under 6'8" and a couple around 6'5". So we got some guys that can really move. We need to get 6 of 8 new position players starters. Trevor Demerit at short. Carson Candidate at second, Matt Hinchy, Sean Blake will share first. John Baines will start probably at third and second, mixing in a little bit there. Eric Muller, a kid from Bethlehem and right. Will Miller, a kid out of North Carolina, will play center, backed up by Kenny Hayden, a freshman we're really excited about, who's got big-time speed. And Alex Lushkovich, a local kid from Saratoga, will start out and left. So, and Craig Lepre, a mainstay behind the plate. So we feel like we're much more athletic this year. We need to steer clear of any more injuries this year. If we do that and the pitchers settle into some roles, we could be a group that's highly underestimated from where we're coming from.
Well, I want to ask you about what you just referenced, your pitching staff. What is that shaking out to look like?
Well, right now we are feeling confident that there's about 6 guys competing for 3 spots. Brendan Ryan's a guy who emerged last year. Left-handed pitcher who had some very good starts down the stretch. Cameron Sorgi really didn't have the year he wanted last year, wasn't healthy all year. He's back. He's dropped about 22 pounds. He's looked sharp so far. Matt Gallup, you know, he's a veteran. He's pitched at Stony. He's pitched here. He's pitched all over. He's pitched big games. He's a guy we're going to rely on heavily. Joey Moore has looked very good. He's got a lot of velocity. He's got some violent stuff out of the back end of the bullpen. Terry Dugdale's another guy we're going to look for a jump out of. James Genovese, Stephen Woods, the 6th-rounder from last year. We're hoping for those 2 guys to bounce back. And Charlie Peltz has been a nice surprise, the kid out of Queensbury who played 3rd last year. He's a guy, he's a very bright young man, and he's got a lot of poise out there. So a lot of guys are going to be going out there and looking to achieve a little bit more than they achieved last year. You know, we're just looking for small steps here. You know, even if we give up some runs, we want to attack the strike zone. We want to keep runners close. We want to try to control the running game better than we did last year.
All right, last question before we let you go. Have you talked with your team about any goals?
Yeah, I think the goals are simple. since I've been here, the goal remains the same. We need to finish in the top 4 in the conference, and we need to win that conference tournament. I mean, the way our conference is set up right now, it's really who's hot at the end. Binghamton proves it last year. We proved it before. Stony Brook's proved it. Maine's proved it. You know, all the programs that seem to be there at the end, it's always that team that's playing hottest at the end, playing the best, playing the most together, great chemistry, you know, playing with a lot of swag. Those are the guys that get it done at the end. So that's really what we're trying to work towards.
Well, thanks for your time and best of luck here moving forward.
All right, thanks, Zach, for having me.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of Coach's Corner. As always, you can catch us next time as we look back on the Myrtle Beach tournament and to the rest of the non-league schedule. For John Mueller, I'm Zach By. We'll see you next time.